Cholesterol. Part 1. Cholesterol is a soft, wax-like fatty substance that is found in all the body's cells. This is the cholesterol molecule. 75% of the cholesterol used in the body is produced by your liver. The other 25% is obtained from a diet of animal produce. But cholesterol is not obtained from plant food sources. This is a picture of a typical cell in your body. Now, this is a view of a cutaway of the same cell. Shown is the nucleus, various processing systems in the cell wall or cell membrane. Here, in the membrane of the cell, cholesterol is used to support its structure. This is a closer look at the cell membrane. The cell is covered with a fluid matrix of millions of microscopic structures called phospholipids. Cholesterol is seen here between the lipid structures. The presence of cholesterol in the membrane also helps to limit access to certain molecules and maintain a proper balance of others. Cholesterol functions like flexible cement in the cell walls. It helps to protect the structures in the cell. It regulates membrane fluidity, integrity and flexibility. There are billions of cells in the body. When cells are undergoing repair, a large amount of cholesterol is required to repair their membranes. Cholesterol is also used to produce certain hormones called steroids, such as cortisol. Cortisol plays a role in the breakdown of old and diseased tissues in the body. It breaks down protein used in building muscle by converting those proteins to sugars and glycogen. The production of cholesterol in the body takes place primarily in the liver. This is a picture of the liver. Cholesterol production also occurs in muscle cells. Cholesterol is also obtained from the diet. Foods such as cheese, egg yolks, beef, pork, poultry. All these foods contain high levels of cholesterol. Although cholesterol is high in the fatty areas of meat, it is important to note that it is high in the lean portion of meat also, because it is present in the cell membranes of all animal cells. A normal diet contributes 25% of the total cholesterol in the body. Cholesterol is insoluble in blood. Therefore, it is transported through the bloodstream to organs and cells that require it inside special carriers or trucks called lipoprotein. This is the lipoprotein particle. Lipoproteins are tiny, complex, spherical particles which have an outer layer comprised of amphiphyl or blood-soluble proteins. The outer layer shown here also carries certain key molecules called receptors that allow the particle to access cells and other tissue. This is the inward-facing surface of the lipoprotein. Carried inside are triglycerides and cholesterol esters. This forms our cholesterol carrier. This type of cholesterol and carrier package is called LDL or low-density lipoprotein. This package is responsible for carrying cholesterol through blood to your body's organs. As a result, LDL cholesterol is often referred to as bad cholesterol. It is somewhat of a misnomer to call any cholesterol bad. All cells use and rely on fats. Hormones are produced from cholesterol. Cholesterol is used as building blocks to create the multiple membranes which cells use to both control internal water content, to organize their internal structure, and in protein manufacturing systems. LDL, or bad cholesterol, is transported to body cells through arteries. Shown here is a blood cell. The yellow spheres shown flowing in the blood supply is bad cholesterol. This is a closer view of bad cholesterol flowing in the blood supply inside the artery. It is making its way to cells and organs that rely on it. Shown here are a sample of eukaryotic cells. This is the nucleus of the cell, and the various functionaries or organelles that support the many processes within the cell. LDL is admitted into cells through a process called endocytosis. In endocytosis, cells absorb LDL particles by engulfing them with their cell membrane into the inner cell. Shown is a small snippet of the membrane itself. Now within the cell, the outer lipid structure of LDL, or bad cholesterol, is opened and consumed, thus liberating the cholesterol carried inside, to be used for membrane biosynthesis, or for esterification, and stored within the cell. This is HDL, or high-density lipoprotein. Unlike LDL or bad cholesterol, which deposits cholesterol in the blood, HDL functions to remove cholesterol from blood and cells, and is thus loosely referred to as good cholesterol. The structure of HDL is similar to bad cholesterol. It too has lipid outer layers or containers, which are used to transport the particle through the blood supply. It is this empty carrier that functions to carry free cholesterol removed from blood and cells. Shown are the HDL particles, good cholesterol, flowing through the arteries in the blood supply. As the HDL carrier becomes laden with cholesterol, it becomes larger and spherical in shape. HDL functions here to mop up free cholesterol in the blood, and also to remove excess cholesterol from the cells. It is via this function that HDL, or good cholesterol, reduces and regulates blood cholesterol levels. HDL then returns most of this scavenged cholesterol to the liver for excretion or for use in hormone production in the testes or ovaries. In the liver, this scavenged cholesterol is further synthesized and then secreted into the bile duct. This is the bile duct. It sits at the base of the liver. Here, the cholesterol is processed into bile salts. Bile is a green, bitter acid. Secretion of cholesterol into bile is a major route for eliminating cholesterol. The secretion from the bile duct is also used in the digestion and absorption of fats in the intestines. Thus, cholesterol, via synthesis into bile, is recycled for use in processing ingested fats. Blood tests are used to measure the amount of good and the amount of bad cholesterol in the blood. The test really reveals the ratio of total cholesterol to good cholesterol. This is calculated by summing the amount of bad cholesterol, LDL, to the good cholesterol, HDL, and divided the total by the volume of good cholesterol. Normal cholesterol ratio is less than 4.5. This means that total cholesterol levels should not exceed 4.5 times that of good cholesterol in the blood test. As bad cholesterol or LDL is transported around the body, the cholesterol in these carriers are deposited at different sites along the blood vessel network. The cells in the vicinity of the deposited cholesterol will absorb from the blood the cholesterol they need to repair their cell membrane. Under normal circumstances, all the cholesterol deposited in the blood will be removed